Hey YouTube, what's going on? Today I'm gonna do a quick little video. I'm gonna do something a little different. If you're liking the content so far, if you haven't already done so, please subscribe, hit that like button, show me a little love. You guys let me down a little bit, but I got something cool for you today, something that'll hopefully change your mind. I hope you guys are digging the content so far. I'm trying my best. I'm new at this, so I'm trying to put out what I can with the knowledge that I have and the skills that I have. Just know that as time goes by, things will keep getting better. But today I got for you, it's kind of like the ultimate concert survival guide. I'm going to talk about 3 different types of concerts. Regular concerts, where you go for 3 or 4 hours, see a couple bands, and that's it, and then go home. I'm going to talk about day or like half-day type of festivals, such as things like Warped Tour, things like It's Not Dead, Taste of Chaos, that kind of stuff. Also, kind of half-day festivals, which would be more like you have 5 or 6 bands. It starts, 2 in the afternoon, type of thing. It's only, half the day, not something that starts earlier in the morning. And also, I'm going to talk to you about multi-day festivals. And I was going to do destination festivals, but I've never been to destination festivals, so I really don't have much experience with that. But I will talk about multi-day festivals, things such as Ozfest, Knotfest. Those are really kind of the only hard rock, concerts and festivals that come to Southern California. If you guys know of any more that I probably haven't been to, throw it in the comments below, and I'll be sure to check it out. So, also, now the next part I'm going to talk about is what to bring to these things, how to maintain at each type. So here's something that's across the board. Always, no matter what, I always wear shorts, because I'm going to be around a bunch of people. I'm going to probably be moving, be in the pit a little bit. Even if you don't jump the pit, there's still, a lot of bodies around, so it's going to get really, really hot. Indoors is even worse. Outside though, it can get really hot. Just the amount of body heat off everybody, and everyone's sweating. Doesn't matter what time of year, it still gets hot. Obviously, summer's hotter, but it will still get warm even if it's January, February, March. I went to Self-Help Fest, and that was in March, I believe, and it was raining. Not bad, but it was sprinkling some, and I still wore shorts because there was a crap load of people there. Also, shoes. Wear comfortable shoes. I personally like wearing some Nikes, stuff like that, walking shoes, because flat bottom Vans, flat bottom Chucks, that kind of stuff, after 2-3 hours your feet are gonna hurt. And if you're an all day or a multi-day festival, your feet are gonna be killing you. So I don't try to look cool at a concert. If you're going to a concert to look cool, you go in there for the wrong reasons. You want to go there to experience the music. So your regular type of day concerts, I would suggest checking out the venue website, because a lot of times they'll let you know what you can and can't bring in. And a lot of times venues will let you bring in water, sometimes food, things like that, so then you don't have to go and pay $5 of water like I did just the other day. In fact, if I was smart and I would have looked at the venue website, I would have known I could bring a gallon of water in, or I could bring a gallon bag of food in. So that's my suggestion for these regular day festivals, is always look at the venue website. Obviously, you're not going to be there all day, so it's not as dire of a situation. You can survive 3 or 4 hours without even eating anything, really. But it's always nice you don't have to pay for their food, because we all know, these venues hike the prices up. So day festivals, half-day festivals, things such as Warped Tour, the big huge thing that System of a Down's doing, Taste of Chaos, things like that. Because what will happen is, typically to a lot of these festivals, is to let you bring bottles of water in. So what I'll do is I'll hit the gas station, or the 7-Eleven or whatever's closest. Give me a big liter bottle of water. Bring it in, boom. Sometimes they'll make you throw away the cap. I just put it in my pocket, no big deal. And then they have water refill stations. Not everyone, some of them. So that's cool. Bring yourself a bottle of water and you get to refill it. Unless the refill stations taste like crap, then you're SOL. If you do bring sunscreen and it is hot, make sure you reapply, because I didn't at Warped Tour and I had a sunburn in the shape of a tank top and it hurt and it wasn't fun. So even if you think this stuff's gonna last with 2 applications, 3 applications, it's not going to, especially if you're there for 9-10 hours. If you're old like me, and this kind of leads us into these multi-day festivals, is pace yourself. I went to Knotfest meets Ozfest, or Ozfest meets Knotfest it's called, and I couldn't go hard at every band. I had to pace myself. If there's a certain band that I really want to see, then yeah, I jump in the pit, I jump around, I go a little crazy, But if there's a band that I kind of wanted to see, I'd go check them out. I'd, go about, throw a little rock sign, do a little headbanging, but other than that, kind of chill. Because I know I got another day of this. But that also could be, things like Warped Tour, things like, Taste of Chaos. And, even though they're not doing Taste of Chaos anymore, I hope they bring it back. I heard, though, that they are bringing family values back. So Korn's working on that. Jonathan Davis in particular is working on that. So that'd be cool. Anyways, got off topic a little bit. Especially during these day festivals in the summer. You really want to pace yourself. Drink a lot of water. Make sure you hydrate, and for God's sakes, please, and this is across the board, for the love of God, do not wear flip-flops. I can't tell you how many times I've seen people go into a show in flip-flops, and all I can think of is when I see that is your toes are screwed. Like, you're done. So, if you don't want to leave a show with broken toes, don't wear flip-flops. And also, it's a lot easier to lose that shit. So now you're walking home, you only got one freaking shoe. How much does that suck? Pace, again, back to these day of or multi-day festivals, pace yourself. Make sure that you take the time to, relax, to sit down. If it's in the summer and there's shade, take a minute to go sit in the shade. Drink water, drink a lot of water. These multi-day festivals, this is where pace yourself really comes in. Because if you're old like me, you can't go 100% 2 days in a row straight the whole time. Just make sure that you put that time, that energy, and that bit of craziness that you might want to bring out, such as jumping in the pit and things like that. Save it for the bands that you really want to put the effort into. Otherwise, also you can have fun just standing there and rocking out to the tunes. So, pace yourself. Also, these multi-day festivals, use the resources outside of the concert. Before you get there for the day, stop, grab something to eat, so then you don't have to pay $20-25 inside. Stop, get some drinks, things like that before you enter the venue. A lot of these multi-day festivals, they might allow you to leave and come back for the days. Instead of buying food there, if there's a break, get time to bounce and go get something to grub, right? So use these outside external resources, because the venue is always going to upcharge you. And it's always going to cost you more. And if you want to save some money, don't do that. I guess for these multi-day festivals, all the other things apply. Comfortable clothes, hydration, all these type of things are super, super important. If you're anything like me, in my mind, I think I'm fucking 18 years old, but my body is 34. So I really got to know my limits and got to know what I can and can't do. I don't crowd surf anymore. I'm just way too old for that. I don't do it. I will jump at the pit, I'll do some of that stuff, but as far as crowd surfing, things like that, I just don't do it. I can't. So it brings me to kind of my last topic would be, the ones I've been to, the reviews for those, and at the end of the video I'll throw some clips. So I've been to Ozfest, I've been to Knotfest, I've been to Warped Tour, those are the kind of the bigger festivals I've been to. And I'll tell you what, not one of them has been bad. There's been some bands at these events that have been bad, but the overall experience has been a blast. I've seen Megadeth and Disturbed and Black Sabbath and Slipknot and Slayer, Rob Zombie and Manson, and a lot of big name artists, and all of them have been great, with the exception of Manson last year. But he had a broken leg, so I really can't get too mad at him. He came out and did the best he could with a broken leg, but overall, the experience has been amazing. Warped Tour, I want to throw a shout out to a band. Okay, so I listen to a lot of hard rock, I listen to a lot of metal, a lot of post-hardcore, that kind of stuff. In fact, I'm going to be buying tickets to go see Beartooth. Super excited, really want to see them. October 31st, it's going down. I haven't had a bad experience. Now, let's move to Warped Tour. Warped Tour 2005, I believe, was the best Warped Tour. If you're not sure about the lineup, look it up, because this video is getting long. I want to cut it short, gotta go to work. So, but the last one I went to, this last year, this final cross-country run, it's not the final one. They're doing another one. It's just the final cross-country, just so you guys know. Anyways, and a band I've been recently getting into, if you haven't checked them out, please check them out. They're called State Champs. They're more of the pop punk side, but the guy's voice, I believe his name's Derek, he's the lead singer, is fantastic. It's so unique, it's so good. They're clean. They're just such a clean band. The song's really well put together, and if you like kind of more the pop punk, skate punk type stuff, check them out. I think you'd really enjoy them. That's really all I got for you. If you guys want to know more, if you guys have any more questions, hit me in the comments below. And please do me a favor, subscribe. Click that subscribe button. It's just YouTube, so hit that subscribe button. Get this channel up there. I'll be doing my best to put out the best content I possibly can with my limited knowledge of editing and things like that. And I do have some new equipment, so things will start looking nicer and also sounding better. Always remember, I appreciate you guys, and have an awesome, awesome freaking day. Peace.